You're now tuned in to the sounds of phase and the Third Eye Rap Musical Orchestra. Know what time it is, my nigga. Are we obsessed with mediocrity? Then why we live below standards of what a guy should be? We buy designer clothes before owning property, just to flex on other people. Look what we got, but see, we live for others without living for ourselves. When the only thing that matters is generational wealth. To break the cycle, making sure it don't continue. We still drive through knowing that what's on the menu is killing us hard. We still think like my God is better than your God when there's only one God. Still waiting on a nigga named Jesus to save us when it's God within us till we know it will never wake up. We still believing in old tales like heaven and hell when ain't nobody came back from the dead to tell. But tell me what's truth, no one knows for sure. Got my individual truth and your truth for sure, for sure. Too many broke dreams and smoke screens will kill you. Too much of TV and phone screens will kill you. Too much Hennessy and social feeds can kill you. Too much of anything and everything can kill you. We got life fucked up. Can you see your own power when the life fucked up? Still listen to drugs and murder when we out. Bodies dropped and all of a sudden the violence gotta stop. Gotta keep a bottom on the shelf. Say we never turn down a fade, but to run away from ourselves. Instead of dealing with the problems within. Females seeing celebs that wanna look like them, with titties and ass shots while poking their ass out. For what? Just for a nigga to fuck them and cash out. Still lost to what's really going on. It seems right in front of our face, but we looking down at our phones. Can't escape it, no. Quit looking for preachers and spiritual teachers and go within for the faith and hope. Only when you close your eyes then you see. Stop worrying about eyes, start worrying about we, for sure. Too many broke dreams and smoke screens will kill you. Too much of TV and phone screens will kill you. Too much of McDonald's and Starbucks to kill you. Too much of anything and everything can kill you. So when the rebels link up, 3 words, let's ride out. It's been a long time coming, my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Chris Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words. The type of nigga that ain't really with the games. As a young rebel wanted money and the fame. Now I realize all this shit don't really mean a thing. It's 2017, you still get whips and chains. Only difference is they come with rings and diamonds that bling. But third, do your thing, I ain't trying to intervene. Leave that to them niggas shooting hair on. What I'm saying is, y'all get the message. Young and I'm restless, so anything less than my vision not impressed with. Keep my circle small and symmetric. Not an in-crowd type of nigga that's some Ron Artest shit. Verse Detroit when he tested. Ben Wallace, I've been deprived of niggas knowing I'm blessed with the gift. Fuck a minimum wage salary. Life is your reality, the hood is a mentality. Young youth need a reality check. Money bulging out their pockets till they mind is in debt. Cause beef what they said, they quick to put dough on your chest. So wear bulletproof, still them niggas trying to invest. That's business, one-on-one. It's something that you need to know. We only gain power when we turn which way the heat is blow. So when the rebels link up, 3 words, let's ride out. It's been a long time coming, my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Chris Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words. You're now tuned in to the sounds of phase and the Third Eye Rap Musical Orchestra. Know what time it is, my nigga. Are we obsessed with mediocrity? Then why we live below standards of what a guy should be? We buy designer clothes before owning property, just to flex on other people. Look what we got, but see, we live for others without living for ourselves. When the only thing that matters is generational wealth. To break the cycle, making sure it don't continue. We still drive through knowing that what's on the menu is killing us hard. We still think like my God is better than your God when there's only one God. Still waiting on a nigga named Jesus to save us when it's God within minutes till we know it will never wake up. We still believing in old tales like heaven or hell when ain't nobody came back from the dead to tell. But tell me what's truth, no one knows for sure. Got my individual truth and your truth for sure, for sure. Too many broke dreams and smoke screens will kill you. Too much TV and phone screens will kill you. Too much Hennessy and social feeds can kill you. Too much of anything and everything can kill you. We got life fucked up. Can you see your own power when the life fucked up? Still listen to drugs and murder when we out. Bodies dropped and all of a sudden the violence gotta stop. Gotta keep a bottom on the shelf. Say we never turn down a fade, but to run away from ourselves. Instead of dealing with the problems within. Females seeing celebs and wanna look like them. With titties and ass shots while poking their ass out. For what? Just for a nigga to fuck them and cash out. Still lost to what's really going on. It seems right in front of our face, but we looking down at our phones. Can't escape it, no. Quit looking for preachers and spiritual teachers and go within for the faith and hope. Only when you close your eyes, then you see. Stop worrying about eyes, start worrying about we, for sure. Too many broke dreams and smoke screens to kill you. Too much of TV and phone screens to kill you. Too much of McDonald's and Starbucks to kill you. Too much of anything and everything can kill you. So when the rebels link up, 3 words, let's ride out.
Back with another episode, one-on-one, Solo and Diamond.
You dig.
Oh, I thought you was gonna...
Episode 3.
I thought you was gonna do it for him, man. Solo and Diamond, one-on-one.
You already know. Episode 3, Solo and Diamond, one-on-one, a.k.a. Dolan Simon, one-on-one. You already know what it is, man. We got a lot to get into today. So much on this eve of the next finals game, game
Which could
5.
be the last we see of Kevin Durant on the Warriors.
The last we see of a lot of things going on in the NBA these days.
That's tough.
Real tough.
That's tough.
So how did you feel about the very, very groundbreaking and shocking Game 4 in Oracle?
Man, I wouldn't say it was shocking because I believe that the Warriors could have pulled it off. At the end of the day, there's no Kevin Durant on the floor. You got Clay, you got Steph, you got a Clay that was hurt, but
killing shit. He was hitting shit.
Kill shit. And then you just got a rest of guys that know where to be and, you know what I'm saying, know how to play around those superstars. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking about superstar talent, superstar power, if all those superstar players were on the Warriors would have won easily, then I would have been shocked, right? If those superstar talents were on the floor, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
But without that superstar talent on the floor, and if we're talking about just a game of others, and that's what it really comes down to, it's a game of the Raptors versus the Warriors, not necessarily Kawhi versus
Not the
Steph.
stars versus stars, but the team versus the team. Depth versus depth.
I'm not shocked that the Raptors won because the Raptors have a better team.
Yeah, I will say the Raptors just seem a little hungrier, seem a little bit more intense, seem a little more dialed in with their coach's game plan. And shouts out to Nick Nurse. I mean, nobody even knew who that was coming into this season. And now, I mean, if you were going to retally Coach of the Year right now in the playoffs, he definitely has to get it. He made They lost the first game in Orlando, made adjustments, blew them out. Yep. Lost the first 2 games versus Milwaukee, made adjustments, blew them out. And in the semifinals of the East, in between those 2 series, went to 7 games with the 76ers and made all the adjustments he needed to make. And Kawhi was just that monster. And now, I mean, you've seen how Golden State was celebrating after they won that game in Toronto.
Called Drake a bum ass.
You know what I'm saying? And they just were, you know what I'm saying, guns blazing. And then Toronto just answered, won both games in Oracle.
Were they celebrating? Were they that happy because they felt like they stole it, or did they really think? Do you think they were that happy because, you know what? we're about to win this shit.
They feel they took home court, which they did, and they thought they were going to take their souls. Now, since KD has went down, mind you, KD did not go down in the Western Conference Finals. KD went down in the second round of the playoffs versus Houston. They finished the series against Houston without him. They seemed very happy that they were able to.
Yep.
They swept Portland without him. They seemed very happy that they were able to. And once they won that first game in Toronto, they seemed like, oh yeah, we could do this without KD. This is old time. This is 2015 Warriors. This is the team that was homegrown, no free agents, no big trades. This is all our own guys.
Basically the same championship team outside of Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Bogut back. You still got Iggy there, Sean there.
Draymond,
What's crazy
Clay,
is though,
Steph.
that ass got brought back to reality.
Yep.
You're not the team. You're not that team you think you are.
Exactly.
To be honest, because if you didn't have KD to answer for what you couldn't have, answer for LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron would have won 3 straight.
He would have won. He could have won 3 straight.
Definitely could have. I'm not going to say for sure, but definitely could have won 3 straight. And let's keep it 1,000. People are giving the Warriors so much of a break for KD not being there, and it looks like they lack a certain star power, which they do. You can see it; it's visible.
Yeah.
But what about LeBron in 2015? No Kyrie, no K-Love. They still get all the credit for that championship.
Yep.
Although Matthew Dellavedova and Timothy Mozgov were LeBron's running mates, his other leading scorers in that series. And everybody still gives them their credit for that championship, don't they? And everybody still brings up that Draymond got suspended in 2016. No more making excuses for the Warriors. No more.
Not now. Especially
now.
with KD out, because this is the team that you would still, without KD,
yeah,
this is a team you would still expect to make it to the finals.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They will be favorites. They'll be considered favorites to get here at the beginning of the season had they not even
I honestly believe that without KD, there would be a strong chance that they would have made it to those finals all those years in a row anyway.
Yeah, they could have.
It would have been a lot harder.
It would have been a lot harder.
But there was a real chance that they could have definitely did that, especially with a Harrison Barnes type player still there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the Raptors, that's just shows you how much credit you got to give to them from the top down.
Yes, but let me give a round of applause to the top and Mr. Kawhi Leonard. King High School Kawhi just went crazy in that third quarter. Came out in that third quarter with 2 big fuck Golden State threes just to come out at halftime. Golden State is the greatest third quarter team in NBA history. Kawhi said, not today. I'm the greatest third quarter player in this game today. Came out with the 2 threes, was making all of his mid-range jumpers, had the mid-range game going. I was actually kind of wondering where Kawhi's offensive arsenal was at because they were sending so many doubles and triples and traps at him. But yesterday it did not matter. Draymond, get these buckets. Iggy, get these buckets. Alfonso McKinney, get these buckets. And don't think I forgot. Yeah. I remember at the beginning of the season, certain people out there were saying that Alfonso McKinney was better than Brandon Ingram. I just had to bring that up because I read that on basketball Twitter.
We gotta bring
and you guys are all
up.
disgusting.
We got to bring those up.
I will be bringing up those slander receipts if I can find them. But yeah, man, it was a good game. To me, that was my favorite game of the final so far. And that was the biggest game in the NBA since 2016. Because it shifted narratives, it shifted the balance. Think about it. These last 2 finals with a healthy KD going against that depleted LeBron, Cavs, whatever they had going on, nothing was important. The game 1 last year when LeBron put up 51, that was big, but after that, we already knew it was a wrap. When they still had Kyrie, LeBron went into the series saying, oh, I don't even want to think about dealing with that roster, dealing with that team. Like, they were already defeated. This was the first time since 2016 and the first time with the Durant Warriors, even though he wasn't playing. You know, they've been poking their chest out so much. They've been front running so much. Have you seen Steph Curry shimmy in this series at all? Not at all. Haven't seen none of that. They've been humbled, and we'll see how they respond.
Clay's about the only one. Clay and Draymond are the only one that have been humbled yet. But
it is 3-1.
It's gonna happen when the Raptors win the championship.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see KD. I mean, if KD plays, I still don't see them winning just because.
Yeah, not 3 in a row. You got 2 at Toronto, and the Raptors are 6-1 against the Warriors this season in total, as far as regular season. And the only game that the Raptors have lost to the Warriors, period, was that game 2.
With KD, who has the biggest matchup problems?
KD.
No, but with KD, who has the biggest matchup problems? Does the Warriors It feels like even with KD, I don't see how the Warriors stack up against the Raptors.
Yeah, it doesn't, because they can still send so many long bodies at him. It doesn't matter for KD because he's still going to be water from three and water from mid-range.
But not just for KD, though. But
it's still, they take away, they negate the other things going on. Look how Van Vliet has been chasing Steph Curry all around the court.
Van Vliet might be fucking finals MVP.
Man, they've been making that, shout out to Nick Nurse for making that adjustment to start him in the second halves over Danny Green these last 2 games in Oracle. That was a major adjustment, major key. He's
stopped the Warriors from getting on that early run that they normally get on because Steph is able to get freed up.
With that 3-point shooter.
Able to get freed up.
Yep. So, yeah, man, that game was fun to me. That game was basically the pinnacle of the NBA in the last 2 or 3 years, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I'm not necessarily rooting for either team. I could care less. I'm a Laker fan, but it's just good basketball. That's what I like to see.
I'm a Laker fan, but I got to go for Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? There's home roots there, so he's from where we're from, and I gotta support that. I would love to see it too. I would love to see him go do something that like LeBron didn't do, right? Like LeBron was supposed to go to Miami, win a championship when he first came back, didn't do it. Go to Cleveland, win a championship when he first came back, but he didn't do it.
The first year.
Kawhi goes from San Antonio to Toronto in the first year. He's about to win a championship in the league. Mm-hmm. There's nothing more player than that.
There is, but. I mean, talking about who Kawhi is on the levels of, I mean, as far as him having this historical playoff run, he has been, without a shadow of a doubt, the best player in these playoffs this year. And there's been a ton of talent. We've seen people rise. We've seen people fall. He's been the one the most steady. You know what I'm saying? So
the conversation is going where?
The conversation is going left. If you ask me, it's going completely left. First, we had Max Kellerman come out of his mouth on First Take and say that Kawhi Leonard is a better clutch player than Kobe. We'll table that. But now all through basketball Twitter, all NBA Twitter, you guys know I'm a big part of NBA Twitter. I love NBA Twitter. This is where I interact with you guys at. Always follow me at AJ2K. But on Twitter, I'm reading, if Kawhi pulls this off, he's historically better than Kobe, and there's no question about it. People.
Let's pump the brakes.
People.
Let's slow it down. Let's take a seat and look back at what Kobe was able to accomplish, man.
Prisoners of the moment, for real.
Before we start actually giving them that kind of praise, man. I mean, Kawhi is
nice.
Kawhi
He's doing great things. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Doing everything that you want a superstar to be, that you want the next Kobe Bryant to be. Mm-hmm. But just like how we did with Jordan, we want someone to be the next Jordan so bad. We gotta just stop that.
You can't just give it to him.
You can't just give it to him like that. You gotta earn that. Kobe earned that, right? That's what I think ended up fucking up a lot of people with LeBron because LeBron got that shit early. Mm-hmm. 3rd year in the league, 4th year in the league.
He was already Kobe. Yeah, better than Kobe.
No, you gotta earn that. Let's slow it down some.
Slow it way down. ESPN, friends of other NBA basketball players. All the people on NBA Twitter, all the analytics guys, the efficiency guys. I mean, give me a break here, people. I mean, Kobe carried part of this league for more than a decade. Kobe was winning championships when LeBron was cutting his championship teeth in 08, 09, 2010, before LeBron even tasted winning. Kobe was in the thick of things, in the tougher Western Conference, beating and competing against the teams that eliminated LeBron James in the 08 Celtics when they got lucky and beat us and Paul Pierce shitted himself. In 09 when we beat Dwight in Orlando, Dwight in Orlando eliminated LeBron. In 2010 when we beat the Celtics, those Celtics sent LeBron to Miami.
And then what about the teams
come on.
What about the teams that beat them in the finals?
Spurs. We used to shit on the Spurs. The Mavericks. We used to shit on the Mavericks. Like, Kobe put people in their places many a times. So let's not act like he was not a factor. Like, just because he didn't shoot 52% from the field, he wasn't that guy.
Who's everybody's favorite player growing up in this league right now?
Kobe. You shoot a basket into a trash can. What do you say? Kobe. You don't say Leonard. You don't say Durant.
Ask every NBA player who has the most impact.
Ask Kawhi Leonard himself. He just said it at his press conference after Game 1. I looked at guys like Kobe. I looked at guys like Shaq. Come on now. You got to understand where the inspiration comes from. Listen to what Kyrie Irving says. Listen to where did Jason Tatum go this summer to improve on his game? Where did Kuzma go? Where do all these people go to get better? They all go to Kobe. People are working out. NFL and NBA players are working out at the Mamba Sports Academy. Like, Kobe is a huge factor. and people need to stop disrespecting him because he played with a great player. He got traded for on draft night to a team that just signed Shaquille O'Neal to a free agency contract. That wasn't his fault. That's not his problem.
Let's at least give this man 5 years of retirement to be able to enjoy this man's career and his legacy.
Like, what do you guys want?
It's so quick. Like, you're talking about if Kawhi beats the Warriors without a Kevin Durant?
Let me just go through some Kawhi Leonard-esque playoff runs for Kobe. And let's see how many he has with Shaq and without Shaq. So, I mean, we're talking fourth year in the league. We're talking 28.5 points per game in a finals playoff run in which Shaq ended up winning the finals MVP, but Kobe averaged 28.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. That sounds like an MVP to me. Next year, the last finals they went to together, 25, 6, and 6. Sounds like an MVP to me. Once he got back with the Lakers, we're talking about 32 points per game in the finals. We're talking about 31 points per game in the finals, 29 points per game in the finals.
And he's not just that one-way player. He's not he's not just offensive
and
numbers.
He's giving it to you on defense.
You put Kobe on Toronto right now. Mm-hmm. That Kobe that he was just telling you about, that early Shaq, or even the Paul Gasol Kobe.
Yep.
They're gonna be in the same spot.
Oh, and correction, in 2000 and 2001, he averaged 29 points per game with 5 rebounds and 5 assists.
I'm not saying that at no point Kawhi could possibly not pass him up, or these guys can't pass him up. I'm just saying, give the man his credit. Let's not be so quick to think that, you know what, this man's 8-7 seasons is gonna surpass Kobe's
whole career, 20 seasons.
20 seasons. It's not gonna
5 finals runs. That he was a key contributor to every single finals run. Never averaged less than 21 points in any of his finals runs, and he was 20 years old in his first finals.
Come on now,
20. And he averaged 21 points. Do you know what we'll be saying about
Kobe
Jason
right
Tatum or any of these 20-year-olds if they were doing this and won the championship? Come on now.
Yeah, if the roles were reversed, let's just say LeBron James was Kobe.
Exactly.
Right? And then Kobe was LeBron. Mm-hmm. Kobe would be getting that same love if LeBron did that in the East. Mind you, Kobe was in the West. Fuck.
With
people.
Great guards, with Tim Duncan, with Kevin Garnett, with all these great players.
How hard it is to go against guys when you can't go in the paint because the greatest bigs of this generation was on your conference.
Exactly.
The best defenders of this
Tim
generation.
Duncan might be the overall
best
paint defender of all time.
You don't talk about Ray Allen, Vince Carter. You don't talk about
T-Mac.
No, I'm just saying, Paul Pierce, any of these guys being great defenders, right? Mm-hmm. And they're on the East. Yeah. When we talk about great defenders, you talk about Bruce Bowen in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Ruben Patterson in the West. Tony Allen was in the East, but ended up moving to the West. You talk about guys that Kobe had to go in on a nightly basis. Rajah Bell in the West. Come on now, these are the best. Come on, guys.
People are going way too crazy. This man did not destroy franchises. Kobe's the only player that's averaged more. Kobe and Mike are the only players that's averaged more than 30 against every franchise in the NBA during the regular season. Put some respect on Kobe's name, please.
A lot of respect, not just a little bit. Put a lot of respect.
Exactly.
Don't even mention it if you ain't respected it.
In that 2009 finals run, we made quick work out of the Magic, and Derek Fisher did hit the big 3-pointers, but Kobe was very efficient, like everybody says he was, and he was a monster during those playoffs, that playoff run and everything. He had some great all-time moments. People just are just so quick to forget.
People are just so... They want someone that they can like.
Yeah.
They want an easygoing guy. Mm-hmm. They want a superstar that's willing to make the pass.
Yep.
They want a superstar that cares about his teammates, that's going to cuddle them, and that's going to,
Exactly. Non-confrontational, no pressure.
Doesn't work that way, man.
And when you hear guys talk about their mindset, what mindset does every player want to have now?
Kobe.
Who made
mentality, bitch?
Who made having a crazy work ethic popular in mainstream? That was Kobe. Iverson used to say practice. Guys used to... There's been so many stories of guys like Rasheed Wallace and a lot of players from back in the day. All those Trailblazers teams. These guys not wanting to practice and not put the work in. Kobe made it Shaq didn't want to practice and put the work in. His old team, that was where their beef stemmed from, people, because Kobe was such a maniacal worker, someone who cared about working hard so much that if the person next to him is not working as hard as him or not putting in that work, he's going to call you out about it. Him and Shaq had almost came to blows so many times because Kobe was willing to call him out. Nobody else wants to. Who you gonna call out Shaq? You gonna call out Shaq?
I ain't even calling out.
I'm not thinking about calling Shaq out. He's winning MVPs. He's doing everything. No, Kobe's like, you're not working hard enough to get yourself back into shape. You're using me during the early parts of the season while you're playing yourself back into shape, and Kobe wasn't having it. So you got to give him that credit, man. We see a better product of NBA basketball today as far as skills and work ethic because of Kobe. Yep. Now, I could rant on this for the next 25 years, and I probably will, but I don't want to beat a dead horse here. Kawhi's not better than Kobe, but he's creating his legacy.
He's creating his legacy. Let's
see where it ends up.
Man,
it's only I just turned 27. Kawhi's not no more than 28 years old.
And let's appreciate that process. Let's not just jump to that conclusion. Let's not just forget what Kobe did, and let's not ignore what Kawhi is doing. Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing by just putting him in there with that caliber of player. You can't put those years against that career. Let's just enjoy.
Like when I was watching that third quarter the other day, I was enjoying it. I was in that moment. I wasn't thinking about other players. I was thinking about, damn, Kawhi, that's how you do that shit. That's how you respond to a team that has that championship DNA. That's how you let them know, I'm here for this ring. And just because of my talent, I'm winning this championship. So if he keeps on doing that in the next 4, 5, 6 years,
call him great.
Call him great.
Better than Kobe?
No.
On to the next topic of the day.
On to the next topic, because
which is a good
segue?
Yeah, good segue, because with other guys like Kobe, you got T-Mac, you got Vince, you got Paul, you got the guys we grew up watching.
Yep.
How would they do in today's NBA?
You know a player that first comes to my mind, and you know I'm Laker bias all day.
But T-Mac.
No, Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom is the first person that jumps into my mind when I think of who would it be considered much more of a star if they played in today's NBA. Now, I know there's a lot of other guys, but Lamar Odom, man, with his size and his ball handling skills, like, people don't know how great of a, like, there was a Clippers Lamar Odom. If you guys don't know who that person is, you guys should go back and look up Clippers Lamar Odom. We're talking about have the ball on a string, playground handles, playground passes, excellent court vision, get to the rim on that left hand anytime he wants, could get to that left hand at the rim.
Whoever killed that version of Lamar Odom should not
whatever coach, whatever, whoever tamed Lamar is just crazy. But in today's free-flowing NBA with these wide-open courts, man, 6'10", 6'11", coming at you with that handle, that size, that skill set, that basketball IQ, I think Lamar Odom would have been an all-star every year. Would have been a great player. I don't know if he'd have been some MVP caliber player, but I think he would have been an all-star. Yeah. All-star caliber every year.
If Ben Simmons is an all-star, he definitely would have been an all-star.
Preach. Say that shit. Say that shit.
So, fucking... But
who you got? We'll just rattle them off.
T-Mac, off top. Okay. 6'8". He can go from 2 to 4. Mm-hmm. Imagine a 4 guarding him in this league. Man. Nah, not happening. Yeah. Not happening. It's gonna go around you. It's gonna go right above you. If it wasn't for KD, man. I mean, you know, if you think KD was dangerous, you give T-Mac some teammates.
For real. Yeah. Tracy McGrady, man, is an all-time factor. All-time factor. Had a lot of. It took him a few years to get it all together. He got traded and everything, but by his 4th season, he was already at 27 points a game. And that's in 2000, 2001 in a very physical NBA. He was already at 27 points a game now.
His 4th season, though.
His 4th season.
Imagine what Brandon Ingram did.
He blossomed. Yeah, he went from 15 to 27. And I'm getting all this off of basketballreference.com, so don't come for my numbers because they're real.
Don't sleep on Brandon.
Oh, yeah, don't sleep on B.I. But we could get into a whole B.I. discussion.
I just gotta say that.
But yeah, T-Mac went from 15.4 points per game, worse than Brandon in his 3rd year, and ballooned all the way up to 26.8. So how do you think T-Mac will fare as a 3-point shooter in this wide-open NBA?
See, it depends.
His best seasons, just to tell you real fast, were 35%, 36%. He had 38% in 2002, so that kind of says something.
2002 was Orlando?
Yep, Orlando.
Okay, Orlando, he had shooters with him.
Damn, playing 40 minutes a game. What the fuck?
Orlando, he had shooters with him, though. Orlando, he had a team that Daryl Armstrong, old ass Patrick Ewing,
Pat McGarity.
You know what I mean? He got guys that could stretch the floor. He had guys that
Mike
you
Miller.
had to account for. When he went to Houston, the only person you had to account for was Yao Ming.
Yeah, when he went to Houston, that 3-point percentage dipped a lot down to like 32%.
And I forgot who I just had the name of the coach on my. Damn.
Was it Rudy Tomjanovich? Did he have?
Nah.
Rick Adelman, some shit like that.
I don't remember, man. Fuck, I just had it. But once you go to someone like Jeff Van Gundy, I mean, and you weren't talking about someone. You're talking about he was what? Old school. Knicks, Rockets. You know old school. So he wasn't thinking about the.
He was trying to get the ball to Yao Ming and have Tracy cut off Yao Ming's.
You either get to the bucket or find your spot in the mid range. You're not gonna be shooting a three unless you're a specialist, right? That's how it was back then. You don't want to be shooting threes unless you're a specialist. That's what they wanted. Like
T-Mac shot 38% from the field one year.
30%?
38% from the field entirely.
Imagine if we look at Iverson.
In 2008.
Iverson shit would never went past 41.
Hell yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, T-Mac would have been far improved. He probably wouldn't be playing this 2 guard. They have him listed at 2 guard.
He'll be 3-4.
He'll be playing in 3 and 4. Much more efficient, close to the basket. Shouts out to T-Mac. T-Mac would have been an absolute monster. T-Mac had cultural impact because T-Mac had fans out here. There was kids coming at our schools, coming with T-Mac jerseys, whatever team he was on. Like, T-Mac was that guy. He just got overshadowed by, better players in his era.
I mean, you don't see a 6'8". Back then, 6'8" was a power forward.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't see it, especially you have Lamar Odom that was 6'10" doing the shit that he did. But guys at 6'8" that handled the ball and did the things that T-Mac did, didn't make it. DeMar Johnson, Darius Miles. There's fucking plenty more that we can name that fits that mold that just didn't blossom like the way they were supposed to.
Yeah, man. And back in these days, there was no such thing as positionless basketball. If you didn't have a position, you were considered a tweener. And if you didn't produce, they were getting you out of the NBA because people wanted to pigeonhole people in positions. Yeah. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and segue into Chris Webber. His career stats, and I didn't even know his career stats were this good because he's at 21 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists for his career. That's pretty good. And early in his career, he was shooting the 3 ball fairly well. He had a 44% year.
Golden State?
In Washington. 44% from 3 on 2.3 attempts. He made 1 out of 2.3 attempts every game. That's pretty much lights out, especially for that era. The next year he came back and shot 39.7%. That's basically 40%. So he was way ahead of his time. If he was playing in this day and age, that would be Chris Webber every single season, shooting the 3 ball that well, because you can see they started taking it away from him. How you go from
once he got to Sacramento?
Yeah, how you go from 39% in your 3rd and 4th year to 11%?
Rick Adelman.
Once he got to Sacramento, they took that 3 ball away from him.
And then you also had Jason Williams, Bobby Jackson, and Mike Bibby, all point guards that kind of needed the ball to score, couldn't really create for others. You know what I'm saying? They could handle the ball, but they weren't really shot creators or guys that can get guys involved in plays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Chris Webber, he had some good years. When they got into more of a winning situation in Sacramento, they had to kind of figure out what is best for him to win. But
what would have been best is doing what he did in Washington and Golden State.
The creativity of today's NBA with the wide open space, and man, Chris Webber and Lamar Odom, I think would have been very more highly regarded than they are at the end of the day. Now, Chris Webber was obviously a multiple-time All-Star, 5-time All-Star, probably going to make the Hall of Fame if he's not already. But I think he would have been better suited for today's game than he was for yesterday's game. Yeah. You got anybody else off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head, no. I mean, there's names that I want to list as potential guys, but they didn't make it as guys in that back then, but they could possibly make it now.
Yeah, I would say Grant Hill, but we kind of lost Grant Hill to injury.
Yeah.
So I don't really. That's why I'm not really going to get into Grant Hill or Penny Hardaway, which both of those guys will be monsters in today's NBA. But will they be healthy? They're not going to get new bones and shit just because they play in a new league. Now what about Allen Iverson? Because there's not a lot of small guards who don't shoot the 3 exceptionally well in today's NBA.
I mean, you got guys like Brandon Jennings out the league.
Out the league.
You know what I'm saying?
All of Iverson's, all the people who base their game off of Allen Iverson just just aren't here anymore.
Rest in peace.
Like,
rest in peace.
Man, always shot about 38 to 41% from the field in his prime. He had a year in 2007 where he shot 45%. I think he was with the Nuggets by then, yeah.
It wasn't until Carmelo.
Played all
but then
82
again,
games.
I mean, that just shows it's not until you actually got talent.
Yep.
What, Chauncey Billups was on that team too?
No, he got traded for Chauncey Billups.
Okay, but you got JR.
He had that weird stint in
you got
Detroit.
that 3-point dude, the dude who won the championship for 3-pointer, whatever it's called. Vashawn Leonard or something like that?
Rashard Leonard?
No, Vashawn Leonard or something like that.
Shit, I don't even know.
He won the 3-point contest.
I can't even remember
ball
right
dude.
now. There's so many ball niggas.
He had a squad in Denver, so that's actually pretty impressive. Shooting 45%.
Both years he was in Denver. And one year he played all 82 games.
No, yeah, that's impressive. That just shows you because he was in Philly, didn't have nothing. He did what he could.
I just want to say for people in this modern NBA who need to take games off and want to play a limited amount of minutes, AI played 42 minutes a game and played all 82 games in 2007. That's pretty crazy. No coach is letting them do that anymore.
Nah.
That's just, there's no need for that.
Yeah.
That's the difference between yesterday and today. There's just, everybody's way smarter. In 2001, he averaged 44 minutes a game. At that size.
4 minutes off?
At that size, that's crazy, bro.
You
pretty much in all of his prime, bro.
Rest each quarter at the end of the quarter.
And all of AI's prime is 40 minutes or more. This is from 96 to 2007. That's pretty much AI's prime.
He ran to the ground.
They burned him to the ground. No wonder why he didn't want to fucking practice.
I know, you talk about practice.
Damn.
44 minutes a game? No.
His rookie year, he shot 6 threes a game. That's unknown in 1996. That's crazy. AI was playing by his own rules. 6 threes a game. He never even came close to that many attempts again in his career. But AI was perfect for where he was at.
Yeah, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, I don't want to see him in this era. I don't want to see him in any era besides the era he was great in.
Yeah. People
talking about Kobe's efficiency. What the hell? Don't nobody bring up AI's efficiency. That's crazy, but shout out to Allen Iverson. He's everybody's favorite player growing up.
But they're also not taking into account the shots.
Yeah, the shot selection.
The kind of shots that you have to take. You know what I mean? Especially
when
you're by yourself.
I used to run to the side of the baseline and hit that long-ass fadeaway high up in the fucking air.
The one that Kawhi hit over Joel Embiid. That was Allen Iverson's
He hit that every game. That was his go-to shot,
against 6'6" guards. Like, no.
Man, gotta love AI, bro.
Yeah. That's now that I really think about it.
Hold on,
he was a horrible shot
selection was terrible. Coaches would hate him today. His middle name is Ezell. Allen Ezell Iverson.
Don't take the basketball reference got to be having some fake names on there.
Yeah, they have to because it said Chris Webber's nickname was the Truth. Come on, basketballreference.com. Yeah, even though they have all the numbers on deck, playoff stats, everything.
No, yeah.
But yeah, man, that's just a little blast from the past, a little rewind for all the 90s babies out there who used to, watch NBA action with Ahmad Rashad on Saturday mornings.
Damn.
Like I used to, you feel me? I know he used to. Like, that was the thing to do, man, learning about all these players. I remember when Kwame Brown got drafted. I remember when Kwame Brown was supposed to be that guy for Washington. That's crazy.
Funny, bro. So,
yeah, segue from that.
On to the next one, man. We're going to be talking about...
What's next?
Our baby, the Los Angeles Lakers.
And the Anthony Davis trade saga. Now,
wait a minute. We got a message, bro.
Okay.
Oh, but I don't want to say that.
Lou Will is our AI. Nigga.
Lou Will's our... I mean...
He's more efficient than Allen Iverson. He shoots the ball 10 times better than Allen Iverson.
But he doesn't shoot as much as Allen
yeah.
Iverson. And then he has no pressure just coming off the bench.
Yeah, coming off the bench, not being the main guy. But Lou Will this past season was just on some... Like, I didn't even know Lou Will was going to be that good.
We hated him on the Lakers, remember?
I used to think he used to take minutes away from D'Angelo. I used to hate Lou Williams. What a passion.
He took up too many shots for our young guys. Yeah, our young guys needed the shots that he took.
And we were trying to tank. He's trying to win us games at the end of the game. Like, get him the fuck out of here. But I love where he's at with the Clippers, what he means to the Clippers.
Should have signed more than just $8 million.
Yeah.
That dude is worth at least 12 to 15.
Yeah, I mean, Magic and them got him on that contract. No.
No, the Clippers. He re-signed to the Clippers.
He just re-up again? Because I know Mitch and Jim got him on that 3 years for $7 million.
Yeah, no. He went to the Rockets, ended up getting traded for Chris Paul, I think it was either last year or the year before. He signed a 3-year deal for another $8 million each year.
Yeah, shout out to Lou Will for always getting better though. Came into the game out of high school, was mentored by Allen Iverson, and he was just super duper efficient this year. Like from three, his three ball was nice, and he was their closer. And when you think about the Clippers and them getting this big free agent, you know what I'm saying? Whatever free agents that these Clippers are hoping to get, that they're always going to be little brother. I don't care who they get. Y'all traded him because you can't tank. Hell yeah, he needed to get out of here, man. We needed to get better pieces, but man, what he meant for you guys, what he meant for the Clippers this year was just super crucial, man. He's a good player. He's actually a great player, honestly. And I didn't think I'd be saying that about Lou Williams, but Lou Williams in today's NBA is a great player because he adjusted. He adjusted.
Who would have thought Gallinari would have fucking
Gallinari
for the Clippers?
sucks.
Fuck, last year, Gallinari was the team's best player.
I don't think he was their best player.
Hell yeah.
He's their most high paid that they want to trade.
No, he is their best player. Last year.
What do you think?
You trade Tobias Harris.
What do you think?
You trade Tobias Harris and you're still just as good.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was because of Gallinari. I thought I would give more credit to Montrez and to Lou Will and to Shea Gilgeous.
So the guy that's getting you the most buckets at 44% from 3, at 42% from the field.
He's a traffic cone on defense.
That doesn't.
He stands there. You go around him.
W's, you're not gonna.
Is he getting you W's?
Yes, Gallinari's getting you W's.
Man, I'm obviously not a Clipper fan. I don't follow the Clippers like that, but I would have thought, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, Shea, and some others were. But I mean, he might know more. T said facts, so shout out to Gallinari. I don't agree.
Gallinari was the best player, bro.
Hey man, I thought I don't watch too many Clippers games, so
I watch basketball.
I
watch Lakers and I watch basketball.
Hey, I do too. I'm not saying I don't watch every team. I watch every team, but I missed the Gallinari trading because I know that they've been trying to trade him and get rid of his contract. But hey, man, Gallinari's Mr. Clipper.
He is the man. But how the fuck did we get all your Lakers and Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
All right. So, where do you think is Anthony Davis' best fit?
The Lakers.
You think so?
Basketball-wise or just career-wise? I'd say both the Lakers. Clearly, not because I want him, not because I think he should be here or whatever, but to have somebody to set the table for him, I don't know if there's another person who's going to set the table for him to do his thing that like LeBron will. Like, you play with KD, if he goes, let's say the hypothetical situation, he goes to New York and plays with KD and Kyrie, whatever they're going to try to put together. Who the hell is going to give him the ball? Who?
Yeah.
Neither of them have never averaged more than 5 assists per game in their career. Not saying that that's all that matters, but I don't see where he's getting the ball. Don't say that. He's trash. He played great. He should have showed up in playoffs, but he's good. Okay, so this is a big Clipper fan. This is somebody who feels about the Clippers like we feel about the Lakers because we go back and forth on that all the time. So he said Gallinari's not trash. He played great. He should have showed up in the playoff, but he's good. Yep. Okay. Hey.
Yeah. I mean,
Gallinari's whatever to me. But
he's a solid ass 4.
With no rebounds. He's a solid ass offensive
bucket
player.
At the 4.
Okay. Solid ass offensive player. That they're hoping to trade as soon as they can.
Well, yeah, you don't want to pay someone $20 million.
If he only can score and can't do anything else?
No, because there's guys like that in the league that get paid. You know what I mean? That only can score and not do anything else. Only play. You got Marcus Smart making $13 million. Can't do nothing.
But defend at a very high level, be a great energy player.
I wouldn't say a high level because they would have won more than one game.
Marcus Smart's he was just coming off an injury. I'm not going to sit here and cape for Marcus Smart because I could give a shit about Marcus Smart. I can give a shit about Marcus Smart, but he's a great energy guy, great defensive player. You know what I'm saying? He does do his thing. So.
And I love energy guys.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised. You like Gallinari more than Marcus Smart. Give me Marcus Smart over Gallinari any day of the week. And my team is beating your team. You need to get off the weed, dog. My team is beating the shit out of your team.
Oh my goodness!
Just Marcus Smart versus Gallinari 1-on-1. He's shitting on Gallinari.
So you're talking about it's a 6'10", Gallinari is going to get shitted on by 6'3", 6'2", 6'4" on a good day, Marcus Smart.
That's going to get up in his shit and defend him? His soft ass.
How are you going to get up in his shit?
His soft ass.
He's
Gallinari
6'10".
is so soft. I don't know what everybody sees.
Has the Dirk fadeaway.
Oh my God. Don't say Dirk and Gallinari.
He has the Dirk fadeaway. So you probably didn't watch any playoff games.
I watched all the playoff games.
So Gallinari
didn't show up in the playoffs at all.
Gallinari doesn't have the Dirk fadeaway.
He can make a Dirk fadeaway.
No, he doesn't have that in his repertoire.
He can make one.
That's the only thing he does when he goes for fadeaway.
I see high school basketball players make a Dirk fadeaway. Doesn't mean that they have it.
But I'm talking about against a Marcus Smart. You got that Dirk fadeaway. It's over. There's nothing that Marcus Smart can do at 6'10". Now he's 7'3". Once he shoots,
okay,
and he created that space because he got that knee up in his chest.
Okay, let's get out of the one-on-one situation because basketball is not one-on-one.
But
I brought it up. I was just saying shit. Marcus Smart is more valuable to his 12-man roster than Gallinari is to his 12-man roster.
I don't believe so.
I don't love either player. I don't like either player. But I don't know when Gallinari became Little Dirk.
He's not that. He's not that valuable because if he was that valuable.
The Celtics trying to hold on to him as much as they can. Try to keep him out. They try to keep him out of every trade talks, so they like him.
I know, but if
the Clippers don't like Gallinari that much,
they for sure would move him if it was for Anthony Davis or if it was for anybody like that.
Nigga,
he's not that valuable.
Anybody's moving anybody.
No, what I'm saying
Anthony Davis.
But to say that he's more valuable than someone's best player on the other team that went to the playoff, you put Marcus Smart on the Clippers. He's not going to be valuable to the Clippers.
If he gets to play his role, he's going to play his role better than Gallinari plays his role.
Bro, I can't.
You're telling me that Gallinari is a better.
You got against Gallinari.
You're telling me that Gallinari is a better. You're telling me Gallinari is a better lead scorer than Marcus Smart is a perimeter defender? You think Gallinari does his job better than Marcus Smart's job?
If healthy, right?
If healthy, because they both can't stay healthy.
They both can't stay healthy. So if both players are healthy, I'd rather have the 6'10" power forward that can shoot the three at 44% than a defender in Marcus Smart that's 6'3" that won't be able to guard Gallinari at a consistent basis. I'm not even going to say that because that's a bad example. But
hold on. Yeah, me saying that they will play one-on-one was a bad example too. That's why I tripped myself.
I was about to say, look what happened to Patrick Beverley and Kevin Durant, but I don't want to compare Gallinari to Kevin Durant. But
you need those tough defenders. You need those scrappy guys more than you need someone who's going to score 19 and let his opponent score 39.
No, bro.
Yes.
Your opponent is going to get 39 regardless. If you're going up against Kevin Durant, if Gallinari is going up against KD.
Oh, if he's going against KD, KD's going to score 79.
Or if Gallinari is going up against whoever they love. Who they play in the first round?
The Clippers in the first round. What seed were they? They were low. They were there, low seed. Didn't they play the Warriors in the first round?
No, they played the Warriors in this. Oh, yeah, they played the Warriors.
They played the Warriors in the first round.
Okay, so.
And Gallinari was nowhere to be found. Just saying.
Hey, I mean, that's cool. You got me to the playoffs from a team that wasn't supposed to be shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're good.
They weren't supposed to be nothing.
Zubac's the reason they made the playoffs.
You just trying to get somebody in the chat mad.
Without the trade for Zoo, they're not making it. Nah, he did give him a little spark, though. But why are we talking about the Clippers? Because this nigga showed up into the chat. The Clippers get no love here.
And then they don't. But Gallinari, though, as a player, we could have used him last year.
Over Kuzma.
Over Kuzma, exactly.
Sure. Because it's like the same thing almost.
Exactly. And you're talking about the same thing for Kevin Love. You're talking about the same...
no, not because rebounds and shit like that. And I think Kevin Love's worse than Gallinari at this point just because his feet are so slow. But so are Gallinari. It's like, I'm just not a Gallinari guy. I don't...
But you're not a Gallinari guy because you see the price tag.
Exactly.
But that's the Clippers. That's the Clippers' choice.
That's on them.
That's on them.
If he was making 7, 8, 9, 10, cool. He's solid.
If he's making 13, I'm solid. I'm good on Gallinari.
You say, okay, get off my team now. Nah, what I will say, Gilgeous-Alexander, man, he impressed me in the playoffs. Because I guess I was the only one not watching Danilo Gallinari, his triumphantness in the playoffs. I was watching Gilgeous-Alexander make really great decisions. My replies aren't coming fast enough. Hey, man, but Shea, who would you rather have, Shea or Lonzo?
Me?
Yeah,
Lonzo.
Just if you're unbiased, because Shea did do some good things in the playoffs.
You know
what about you, T-Coon? Who you want?
I seen Shea coming out of college. I seen Lonzo coming out of college.
It's not the same.
No. If you're going to draft them based off that.
Yeah, one's a phenom, one's a good player.
Yeah.
So, I wonder what he's going to have to say, because he's been high on Shea since, he got drafted. I liked him because he went to Kentucky. I watch a lot of college basketball, period. But, yeah, man.
Yeah, I wait till that one person gets me. Then I start watching the games. It's always somebody it's always crazy how it's always somebody different.
Yeah, I started in high school. I started when they were, playing in their all-star circuits in high school. Then I just see where they're going to go from there.
So much for fucking Lakers of the race for Anthony Davis.
I know, that should have got
that shit is
twisted all the way around. But, so do you believe that... So what would your offer be for Anthony Davis to get him in the Laker uniform right now?
Max or starting?
I mean, just to get the job done. You know what it's going to come down to. You can offer some low shit, but you know what it's going to come down to.
What it comes down to is getting the pick, is giving them Ingram,
number 4,
giving them Kuzma, giving them Josh Hart, giving them Alonzo. That's what they're gonna want, because that's what they had on the table before. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna take less than that from us.
But they didn't have the number 4 pick on the table before.
True. But whether it lands with Anthony Davis or not, they only get the 4. They only get Kuzma. They only get Hart.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'll give them whatever other picks they need. You're not getting Ingram. You're not getting Alonzo.
He said, "You know who I'm taking, man. As far as Alonzo versus Shea."
Yeah.
Y'all just wait and see. What makes Shea special to you? Because I see someone who's not super athletic, but is a heady player, calm, cool, and collected, has a nice handle, and just plays at his own pace. He could get you 7. Sometimes he could get you 27, and you can't really tell. That's why. And Lonzo's just a joy to watch. Lonzo is basketball joy on the basketball court. But he hasn't played any big games. That's why they don't have a lot of fanfare. That's why their stock is as low as it is, because everybody craps on the Lakers' young players and shit. But if they played in a playoff game where the whole world was watching and B.I. went for 27, 6, and 7 or did what they can do, then people would be way more into them. But they just haven't played in the playoffs yet. That's our biggest disservice to our young players, is that they haven't been on that stage yet. Me, for Anthony Davis, I'm offering number 4. I'm offering Kyle Kuzma. I'm offering Josh Hart. I'm offering Isaac Bonga. I will take back the salary relief of taking back Solomon Hill, and I'll give you the 2021 first-round pick and the 2023 first-round pick.
When his Holiday contract is over? When is that?
I think he has 2 years left.
If I can keep Ingram, if I can keep Lonzo, I'll take Holiday, and I'll give them anything else they want. Other than Ingram and Lonzo, I'll take Holiday. I'll take Davis. You completely wipe the slate clean for you. You get, here's number 4, here's Kuzma, here's Hart, here's these picks. Boom.
Yeah, Solomon Hill's contract is way uglier than Giroux's. It's not as expensive. It's just uglier because of how bad he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the contract they're going to want to get off, and I'll take it. Now, with taking the contract back means you can't do a big 3.
No, there's no big 3.
So I know the Lakers might have that in mind.
For Brogdon and Middleton.
Yeah, you have a potential for someone, because we will be signing Anthony Davis into our cap space, trading him into our cap space. And then if he bounces, we're screwed.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Because we have to re-sign our guys at that point. But it seems like the trade is more imminent now. Like the trade's actually going to happen. It seems like the Lakers are in the lead for the trade to happen because of the trade that Brooklyn and Atlanta made. That kind of takes Boston out of it. Loves to play defense as well as being good at it. Lonzo's great at defense, T.
Amazing.
Lonzo's like one of the best defensive point guards in the NBA now. That's not my bias talking. That's not the Lakers shit talking. Floor general, bro.
Floor general? I mean...
He's a good heady player. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot, but neither does Lonzo. I just want you to tell me what Shea is better than Lonzo at. Not what he's good at, but Lonzo is much better than him at. But, yeah, man, the Anthony Davis thing, I'm going to be very upset if and when it happens. It looks like it's going to happen. I'd rather build the super core and get some good vets. But it looks like it's going to be Anthony Davis, LeBron, and a bunch of scraps.
Yep. Except for floor general.
That's like Lonzo's middle name.
Yeah, that was like, man. I mean, I understand because you're a point guard on a playoff team as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand it, but
the one thing
without Lonzo on that team, the ball is stagnant.
Yeah. The one thing I'll give Shea over Lonzo is pick and roll manipulation. He knows how to manipulate the pick and roll, the high ball screen better than Zoe does. Because that's just not something Lonzo was doing in high school and college and all that. It's just not been his bread and butter. But, yeah, other than that, bro, I don't see it. Floor general. Love to play defense. Yeah, Shea's cool. We got another viewer.
Yeah, he's solid.
Who's the other viewer? Say something. Shake something. I'm just kidding.
Let me see, where else are we at? So I'm just thinking we're gonna talk basketball for the rest of the day. We're not gonna even fuck with the Lakers and the.
Yeah, we can just get into some just basketball talk. Man, so some more workout tapes have been coming out against these prospects we've been talking about and dissecting. Darius Garland working out with Mr. LeBron. How did you feel about that little snippet? We're talking about like a minute and 30-second video here. It's not even like.
But at the end of the day, too, it's like also like you're just left to just wonder how everything went, what's going on. Like I'm just a little disappointed that, I mean, whoever the Lakers pick are amazing, but I'm a little disappointed they're not actually doing their due diligence of having these guys come in.
Yeah, they're not doing that for some reason. They always did that. John Moran is visiting the Memphis Grizzlies today.
Visiting Memphis.
So that's pretty much probably going to be a done deal.
They should be picking RJ, but...
Yeah, that's pretty much going to be a done deal today.
So pull the rookie number because you tell me.
This is my big bro that's messaging us, and nigga, I do not know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Pull the rookie number because you tell me.
Oh, like
the rookie stats?
Yeah, how good they were. I mean,
pull those up.
Lonzo's fucking Lonzo's game's not a statistical game, and neither is Shea's though. But we can check it out.
I'll pull up Lonzo.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Rookie numbers.
Yeah, rookie numbers.
So I got to go to Lonzo's last year.
Yeah, Lonzo's rookie numbers are better than these numbers this last year, so it's all good. But Shea was at 11 points per game, 3 rebounds and 3 assists.
All right, Lonzo was at 9.9 points a game, 5 point. Oh wait, that's the shit. He was at 10.2 points a game, 7.2 assists, total rebounds of 6.9.
So we're talking
1.7 steals. 1.7 steals. I'm just saying because defense, but
1.2 steals for Shea. So, bro, we're talking about 10-3-3 or 10-7-7.
With 1.7.
1.7 steals for Lonzo, 1.2 steals for Shea.
How many turnovers for Shea in his rookie?
Let's see, 1.7 a game.
Okay, Lonzo got 2.6.
Okay, but that's fine. I'll take that.
Okay.
80% free throw shooter for Shea.
Woo! I don't even want to read.
Don't even read Lonzo's. We're not here for Lonzo slander. We're not here for Lonzo slander ever. But 80% from the free throw line for Shea. And 37% from the 3 for Shea. So Shea is the better early percentage shooter. Because I don't want to just say he's a better all-around shooter. But, I mean, we're talking 1.7 attempts per game. Lonzo's been attempting more than 1.7 threes a game forever. So that's a good 3-point percentage on a small sample size. But those free throws, he's making 2 free throws out of every 2.4 attempts. He's a very, very good free throw shooter. Way better than Zoe.
Yeah, way better than Zoe.
But, I mean, that was good, though. Who is the best point guard in L.A.? I hope more people will chime in. Big Bro obviously thinks it's Shea. We obviously laugh at that notion. But I hope more people chime in, though, because that is a good thing to talk about going forward. You have 2 young point guards in L.A., 2 guys that are team-first players.
Soon will be 1 point guard.
I know, probably. If Lonzo better get a taste for gumbo and shit and beignets. I got family from New Orleans. I fuck with New Orleans, but I know none of these niggas playing on the Lakers want to go to New Orleans and finish their careers out. Or finish their rookie contracts out.
Fuck no.
Nobody. Zion probably doesn't even want to.
Hell no.
Okay, so is Zion gone after his rookie extension? Because you know he's going to play the 4 or 5 years, get the max extension. So 7 years from now, are we here with Zion with the same thing we are with Anthony Davis?
It depends. If New Orleans does what I think they should do and trade for the number 3 pick from New York, trade Anthony Davis to New York, get that number 3 pick, you pair him with RJ, I don't believe so, because I think it's way more fun to do something with somebody from the ground up when you're doing it with someone that you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We can attest to that.
Yeah, so if I was Zion and I had RJ with me, I'm staying in New Orleans if I knew RJ was down.
Yeah. I mean, they chose to go to Duke together. Yeah. Remember, I told you they swarmed in on Cam Reddish's party because he had already committed to there. So I mean, that's interesting.
So if I'm New Orleans, I'd do that. All right, was John Morant a teammate of his?
Yeah, in AAU.
So either way, New Orleans, I think you should go get that 3rd pick and pair him up with RJ or Ja. Yeah. Just so that way he doesn't feel like he's by himself.
Yeah, that'll be 2 people he knows, 2 people he has a good relationship with.
That you can grow something with. And imagine the dynasty, they could probably, in their head, they're probably like, bro.
Oh, man, we're going to be the greatest dynasty of all time. Like, we're going to really get some shit done.
Yep.
I like that, man. We haven't really talked about Zion Williamson at all in our podcast.
There's not much to talk about.
There's not much to say.
How can you digest someone that's just a fucking superstar? Like, I mean, not digest. How do you,
dissect?
Digest. God damn. But how do you dissect that shit? Like, you don't.
Is he gonna play in the summer league?
He shouldn't. I wouldn't let him. If I'm New Orleans, you don't play me, bro. You chill. You just go work out with Kobe. Go work out with LeBron. You go do what you want.
Because if he plays in summer league, that Thomas and Mack Center in Vegas is going to be packed on packed on packed on packed.
And we're gonna be out there during that time.
Oh yeah, yes sir. So that's gonna be crazy, bro. Imagine if we could catch one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh wait a minute, will we?
No, I think it starts on July 5th. We're gonna be out there late June.
Yeah, damn. But that shit's gonna be live, though.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't let
They'll
him
be
know.
out there practicing. Nah, it's not. Although the risk and the reward just aren't on the same level.
Nah, you just get a fucking. You get to show the rest of the league what you have.
Exactly.
You know, you want to show and tell. I'm good. Zion, just chill.
Yeah.
Leave it for the rest of the guys.
But what number 1 pick has sat out? None of them have. They all play.
None of those.
Cat played. Ben Simmons played.
None of them are Zion.
None of them are Zion?
None of them are
They're
Zion.
not, though. They're really not.
Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, Blake Griffin, shit.
So he's the best number 1 pick coming into the league since 2003 is what you're saying.
No, I didn't go that far. I'm
trying to get something. I'm trying to see what's cracking.
All right, can we go through who the number 1 picks are?
I could rattle off my memory a little bit until we get the actual number 1 picks.
Let's see. NBA.
Markelle Fultz. He's not fucking with Markelle. I'm just kidding. Damn, Markelle. We're going to have to talk about him one day.
What number does Philly pick?
This year they don't have a first round pick.
They don't? Mm-mm. Thank God. This is about to fuck up his career. Don't go to Philly if you want to get your...
Exactly. You got to be that guy. You got to be Zion if you're going to go to Philly. Because they want superstars or they're not fucking with you.
Yeah, they can't develop shit.
Philly's gotten so many draft picks wrong than they've got right, but they got 2 very right, so...
You know what I was about to say, because they fuck up everything, and their guys always seem to get hurt. But what the fuck's going on with the Lakers? Why are our guys always getting hurt? What the fuck's up with that training staff?
Man, I don't know. Now, one thing we did do is we picked guys... We haven't picked that NBA body-ready athlete at the top of our draft. You know, we passed on the Jaylen Browns, good. We passed on the Josh Jacksons, good. We passed on Stanley Johnson, good. We passed on all those guys that were supposed to have the NBA bodies ready to play right away. You know what I'm saying? Like Stanley, Josh, Justice Winslow, all these guys were supposed to be ready to play right away.
So real quick. Zion better than DeAndre Ayton.
Yes.
Zion better than Markelle Fultz.
Oh, yeah.
Zion better than Ben Simmons.
I don't just rush to say things like that because you have to get on the NBA court. But if I'm going to
this is out of college. This is being the number 1 pick.
Ben Simmons was nasty coming out of LSU. He just didn't win.
So based off... So what I'm saying
I like this.
Should Zion have to play in Summer League? That's what this basis is coming from. So...
Ben Simmons played in Summer League, and Ben Simmons was a factor at LSU. But he's not better than Zion. No.
So, do you think that...
Zion put up video game 2K numbers at Duke.
Karl Anthony Towns. So, if all these guys I'm going to name, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna keep naming. Let's go. Karl Anthony Towns.
I don't know if he's better than Cat.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yes.
Anthony Bennett.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis.
No, he's kind of the same size as Anthony Bennett, but we're gonna go on from that. Anthony Davis, no, he's not better than Anthony Davis. Not yet, at least.
Out of college. That's what
no,
we're talking
out of
about.
college. Remember, I was a huge fan of that team. He's not better than Anthony Davis coming out of college.
Kyrie Irving?
He just didn't score. We didn't know much about Kyrie coming out of college, so yeah, he's better than him.
John Wall.
Yeah, he's better than John Wall, even though John Wall was sick with it.
All those guys are coming out in the same draft. Who are you picking number one?
AD. Who are you picking number one? Don't just put it on me, nigga. Who you picking number one?
Damn, what's crazy? It's hard not to say AD because I know what AD is.
Yeah, because we already know what's cracking.
It's hard not to say AD, but I don't know. It's hard.
And it's like different.
Hard.
Like if you're in a big market, you got to sell tickets. You have to pick Zion. You have to. Let's say your franchise.
Anthony Davis was deemed to be the next
Tim Duncan,
Kareem,
Hakeem, Kareem. Like he was put in that, and he was great. He didn't score like Zion, but man, he was something to see in college. It was unfair. He blocked everybody's shot. He got a triple double with blocked shots in the tournament.
I mean, you're 6'11". You can handle the ball like a point. You can switch.
Which Calipari didn't even let him do.
You can switch 1 through 5.
I didn't even know all about this perimeter game. Calipari didn't let him do all that. Just like he didn't let Cat do all
the
that.
Thing. I can't take that out of my head.
Yeah.
I biasly, it's Anthony Davis. If I take everything out of my head and just go by what I've seen from college, it's Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
6'11".
Just too much.
Yeah. I mean, I always fall for the hype, man.
Yeah.
You a certain weight.
Yeah. Because Zion being 6'6", 6'7".
You stubby, boy.
Man, 285, but just so athletic and just has such a passion for the game.
Finish over anybody.
Such a motor, has a decent handle that's only going to get better, has a decent set shot that's only going to get better.
I dare an NBA player to challenge him.
Going to the
clear
rim.
That paint.
Is he going to dunk on Rudy Gobert? Remember, Wiggins used to dunk on Rudy Gobert every fucking time they played in his rookie season.
He's going to dunk on everybody. I hope so. I hope to see him dunk at least like 20 times.
Yeah, I hope to see some crazy shit.
On some real crazy shit.
Because it seems like he has a passion for doing the crazy shit. That's what I love about Zion. But, he's clearly the best.
Do you think he'll struggle, though? Do you think there'll be a curb for him?
Man, that's, to me, and honestly, me and my girl talk about this when I'm watching film and shit. Like, she thinks that Zion's going to come in and not be that good right away. That's like her opinion of it because...
What's not that good? Did she get some stats? What stats do you think?
She just goes off of being with me the last 4 years or whatever, seeing all the young Lakers struggle. So she just assumes that every young player is going to struggle coming into the league. But for me, he might not... I don't know, because what's going to stop him?
What's going to stop him getting to the bucket, right? How do you stop him from getting to the bucket? That right there is going to tell you whether he's going to struggle, because what else can he do past getting to the bucket?
Now, if his jumper's not working and they defend him like they just defended Giannis, and they just step back like they defend Giannis and they defend
But if you step back, now you're giving them room.
You're giving them room to just
there.
elevate
now,
on your
not
eyes.
just that, but... You're going to give him room. He's going to elevate. Once he elevates, what do?
Yeah.
You foul him or you let him do it.
It's like a 44, 45-inch vertical. Like, that's not nothing to play with.
No.
So is he going to struggle his rookie season?
I asked you that first,
bitch. I think he's going to just be about 16 points.
That's not... Oh, okay.
16 points, 8 to 10 rebounds. Just an infectious player. And probably... I don't know if he's going to win Rookie of the Year because I think RJ could score 20 points per game in his rookie season.
Me too. That's why I think Memphis don't.
Yeah.
But then again, it's so hard to say don't fuck up and pick Ja over him because Ja's an outstanding player.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting though.
I see a video of fucking Darius Garland, and then it's just like Memphis. Are you even getting the best point guard?
Exactly. If Darius Garland were to go in the right situation, the way he can shoot the ball, what he can do with the ball, like. Man, it's an interesting draft. Every time people think the draft is going to be all-time great, like in 2014, it disappoints. And when people think the draft's not that good, it's like they thought last year, is really, really good. So people think this draft class sucks, and I think it's actually pretty good.
I mean, it has a lot of potential. A lot of potential. I haven't felt... I mean...
Okay, so I just gave you what I thought Zion was going to do in his rookie season. What do you think Zion's going to do in his rookie season?
That's such a safe thing to do, though. What you just did.
I did because he's gonna play for the Pelicans,
and it could be that's a realistic safe rookie year, and that's what I normally do.
Yeah. What do you think he could explode for? Let's go high.
Okay, cool.
What could he explode for?
I think he can for the optimal rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say. I think it'd still probably be like 16 a game, but his
I don't
rebounds
see him,
might be like 12.
If he gets 12 boards a game in his rookie season, I'm done.
He might get like.
He's gonna be the
who
greatest.
Else is gonna get bored? I'm assuming Julius is leaving. I don't think
He has to.
Julius for his career, I think it would be a bad move to stay.
Yeah,
in New
it
Orleans.
would be. Don't stay in New Orleans.
Go to
Brooklyn.
Hey, go to Brooklyn.
Go to Brooklyn.
So, I think 12 boards by himself there, depending on what else they do with the trade or whatever. I think he could get 12 boards and just push that shit and get himself 16 points on a 45% from the field.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. If he averages 12 boards a game and 2 blocks at 6'7", I'm done. That's freaky.
I mean, who can outjump him?
That's crazy.
Guys are taller than him, yeah, and they got longer reach and everything, but you let Zion jump. Who do you think is gonna come up with that board? You got a jump ball with him and I don't know, Rudy Gobert. Who's gonna win that jump ball?
The only thing I would worry about for Zion, I would say, is just, and not that he can't do it. I just can't wait to see him do it. Is just finishing overall the length that's going to be in the NBA. All these long ass wingspan. So he's gonna bulldoze through them. He's gonna bulldoze through people. So
you're gonna see a lot of guys do this defending him.
Yeah, going backwards.
Yeah. You're gonna see a lot of guys doing that.
So we've had guys like Luka Doncic come into the league last year and totally go crazy. We've had Cat come into the league, and even though he's not well respected right now these days, but his numbers are Hall of Fame trajectory. We've had who else?
He's like the next Dwight Howard almost. No one wants to play with that guy.
No one wants to play with him right now.
Wiggins either.
Yeah. We've had Joel Embiid come to the league and go crazy. Who do you think is the best young player in the NBA, the best young asset, the best young talent? And we are including this draft class. Is Zion, day one, is he more valuable and better than Luka, Cat, Joel, Ben, B.I., Tatum, all these different guys that people covet? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is he coming in automatically?
What's the age gap?
We could say, let's keep it really young. Let's keep it
21.
Let's keep it 19 to 22.
19
so we can still
20.
fit a little. We could fit like Ben Simmons in there still under that umbrella. But Cat and Embiid are out of it if we're going 19 to 22.
Okay, so the best young player in the league, man. It's crazy. I think. All right, my real answer would be Brandon Ingram. Mm-hmm. If Brandon Ingram gave me a full season of the second half,
BI.
Yeah, if he gave me a full season of that, that's Brandon Ingram. But then again, I'm also basing it off that and just thinking it as
it's still a trajectory thing.
Yeah, it's still a trajectory thing. But I think Luka's the best.
Okay.
Luka's the best young player in the league right now.
Yeah, if I were to do a quick rank them, I'm going the asset that is Zion Williamson at 1. I'm going Luka at 2.
The asset has basketball tickets.
Everything that comes with Zion, the untapped athleticism that we've never seen in this league before. We've never seen this size, this weight jump like that ever in this league before. Not Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp was like 240. Not Charles. Charles was like 6'3". Barkley was only like 6'3" or so. We're talking about a super freak athlete at 6'7", power game. I got him number 1. Give me Luka at number 2, and give me Brandon at number 3. Those are my top 3 young talents in the league right now.
I got it a little different. I would still say, I don't know what Zion can do in the league yet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Brandon at 2 and then Zion at 3.
Okay.
Because I know what Brandon can do.
Oh yeah.
Second half of the season. Like I always tell people, 2 viewers so far.
Yeah.
Look up Brandon Ingram's second half stats.
Just look up the Milwaukee game. You look up the Milwaukee game, that's enough. That's enough. The Milwaukee game was so just perfect. I wish we could just run through the highlights and just talk about the highlights as we watch them, because man, B.I. put up a great second half of the season. Yeah, man, that's just like, I think somebody like Darius Garland can really come in and just, if that shot is going from day one and that handle is as tight as I think it is and he improves finishing in the paint, Darius Garland, man, he's gonna be coming out. His name's gonna be coming out of a lot of people's mouths throughout the season. Yeah. I would say I don't think he's up there with Luka, B.I., and Zion, but you never know, man. When people can shoot the ball, like where's Trae Young on your young player ranking? Is he like at the bottom 10? Like, is he like from 7, 8, 9, 10? Is he like out of the top 10?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I mean, you got Zion, you got Brandon, you got Luka, you got Ben.
Guys like Tatum, Brown.
I don't covet Tatum like that.
I know. Me either.
Brown like
but
that.
You know the league does for some odd reason.
I do covet. I mean, R.J. Barrett.
Barrett's talent.
I would think that Trae Young would be somewhere between 9 and 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I like guys like Jaren Jackson a lot. I know he had a bad injury last year. Bagley started to score the ball. I was a big Bagley fan coming out when he was coming out of high school. Yeah, Trae Young's in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, Trae Young.
I think Darius Garland reminds me a lot of Trae Young without the passing. But he has such a killer mentality. I really like Darius Garland. If we don't trade the pick, I'm hoping that we promise him and that he is going to be the pick because, man, he has a lot to build on.
Yeah.
And he can just play such a simple role coming into the Lakers. It doesn't have to be overly complicated for him and complex for him.
We don't make it overly too complicated.
Yeah.
Because we might fuck around and bring back Rondo.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And then now it's done. You're not going to
now he's
Garland.
playing 7 minutes a game and Rich Paul's asking for a trade by the trade deadline.
Yeah.
We want Garland out of here.
Yeah, like no. You know what I'm saying? So it's all depending on us, depending on who we pick. It depends. I mean, it could be for anybody. DeAndre, we could pick DeAndre and not give him any minutes because we think Josh Hart could still guard the 4. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't want to hear that. That irritates me. To wrap everything up, though, to come on down to our home stretch, one thing I want to talk about is. So the NBA, we know, always goes through waves. You know what I'm saying? Before, back in the day, it was you have to have twin towers. You have to have 2 7-footers.
Yeah.
And now it's like you have to have 5 shooters on the floor, max floor spacing, switchy defenses. That usually always happens when different teams win championships. So if Toronto does finish their food tomorrow and win the championship, do you think teams are going to go about building their rosters different to be more of a Toronto type roster, more of a mid-range machine wing who can get you buckets at any time? Or do you think people are still going to be looking for the next Steph, the next Clay, the next Draymond? Remember, the Atlanta Hawks just built their team all based off of what Golden State's done. And why is that? That's because they've been successful. Yeah. So if Toronto does win the ring, will they change the style? Will it change the way people put their teams together and the style of playing the NBA?
What's crazy is that you can always have long bigs that can handle the ball, that can switch on multiple positions, but not everything is meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to say that they should or they shouldn't because I believe that you should stick to whatever philosophy you have. You should use whatever you have to your advantage. Like me, I'm not going to, I think this is going to probably be a solid ass example. If I'm Miami and I want to play on a nightly basis against teams that are small, I'm not gonna take out Hassan Whiteside just because he can't switch from 1 through 5.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep him in there because he's my best player. I can get buckets with him. He's gonna defend. I might not need him I might need him to guard 1 through 5, and that might be my weak link, and you can't. But use your strength. What you build your team around, use that. Don't just try to copycat and do this.
You know it's a copycat league. That's what gets people in trouble.
That's what got Luke Walton in trouble.
Yeah, we tried to build a little Golden State down here with D'Lo, with Julius. We tried it ourselves, and it didn't pan out.
It didn't pan out, but if they would have stuck to it, it
could have.
But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't pan out as much as it pans out.
Yeah, unless people think it's going to.
It only pans out for the teams that pioneered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a great, solid-ass point.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a great point.
But what do you think?
I think that people are going to be, instead of looking for the scoring point guard with the unlimited range, I think people are going to go back to valuing that two-way wing like that everybody should. Like we talked about in our first episode, I think we killed point guards for like 10 minutes in favor of two-way wings. But like I said, Atlanta has been trying to be little Golden State of the East or Golden State of the South. Atlanta, you have to take Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
Like, this is my plug for Cam Reddish, which I've done in every episode. And I will continue to do until the draft. Even though I feel like the Lakers for sure aren't going to take him now. But this is my plug for Cam Reddish going to Atlanta. You're going to need somebody who can shoot over people, who can give Trae Young a break. Look at Steph. Steph's the greatest shooter we've ever seen. His shot don't fall every game.
Nope.
His shot does not fall every game, and it's not going to fall in every big game. They want Kevin Huerter to be Klay Thompson. He's not, for one, but he can shoot the ball, but being able to shoot like that's not going to work every single game.
They possibly got like a 6'8" Kyle Korver on their hands.
That's a much better comparison because he's a sniper. He's not going to defend like Klay. He's not going to put the ball on the floor and hit that little mid-range like Klay or that turnaround jumper like Klay can. Klay was so good the other day. Klay coming off that hamstring injury, he was nice the other day.
He was showing you the Klay before KD got there when he was scoring like, what, 25? Mm-hmm. So,
but I think it will change philosophies a little bit because now Golden State's not going to be looked at as that barometer. We need to be Golden State. Now it's going to be like, well, Toronto had this, and this mix. I think you're going to see a lot more teams again because remember, this trade deadline was every team that was contending made a trade to be much more of a contender.
Yep.
The Bucks got Mirotic. Toronto got Marc Gasol. Philly got Tobias and Jimmy. They really tried. Every team made little moves here and there to try to better their situation. I think you're going to... And it worked for Toronto. It worked well for Toronto.
What I kind of find interesting is when they go through these searches for GMs, for coaches, or... No, I want to say coaches, but GMs... Why don't they look at guys that are the stat gurus of those teams? Mm-hmm. Like the guys that are telling the coaches and telling the personnel, the staff, saying, this is what you should do based off these numbers.
Analytics teams.
As a GM. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't hear that. You hear the agent, you hear the names, you hear these other past, present players. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, why not go after Toronto's guy who Ujiri was listening to?
Exactly.
Why not go after the guy that Steve Kerr's been listening to?
For real.
And literally building this team like, yo, if we pick Harrison Barnes, this can do this. If we get Draymond Green and play him now and not play David Lee, Mark Jackson, we can do this. Smart. Why not go after those guys? I think NBA teams should start doing that now.
Yeah, instead of trying to mimic their whole style of play.
I think the next wave of fucking dynasty basketball is probably going to be that.
Okay.
Whoever pioneers and does that makes a GM, brings in a GM from being an analytical genius.
Yeah, analytics guy.
They might be the one that ends up winning the next ring. Who knows? Okay.
Because is tomorrow possible victory of Toronto, does that end the Golden State dynasty, or does that give KD more of a reason to say, well, look, y'all couldn't win without me again. Mm-hmm. I'm going to re-up here because I don't love New York's roster. I don't love the situation in Brooklyn. I don't want to be a Clipper because that's just odd. I don't want to do these other things. Y'all need me. Y'all can't win without me. Last two finals y'all played without me. You didn't win.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear nobody talking that snake stuff or that bandwagon jumping stuff no more. You guys can't beat these great players without me.
What's crazy is I think it does that. I think he does think that in his head. I think his agent is telling him, you know what? You probably shouldn't play. Mm-hmm. Let them lose. Let them win.
Yep. Before we hopped on the podcast today, though, it did say he was 100% clear for practice. We'll see.
If he saves the season, he's going to end up being like, he's going to leave, right? If he saves the season, he's going to leave. If they lose without him, or if they lose with him, I think he re-ups because
it's like we didn't get a fair chance.
Exactly.
How could I let my last season we don't get a fair chance?
Golden State is a great team. It's a championship caliber team without KD, but it's a dynasty with KD.
It's dynastic with KD.
Yeah, you don't beat the Warriors knowing that you got Steph, Clay, and KD and Draymond. You don't. I think it's only a 1 year thing.
Yeah, just 1 year. Go to the new building in San Francisco. That's supposed to be state of the art, the best building in the league. Is opening up next year. Go there. Hang that first banner up in there, and then go do your Knicks thing if you want to.
Yeah.
See how the NBA is shaking up.
For whatever reason, the media keeps... I don't know if it's the players. that are actually pushing it towards the people, and the people are pushing it towards the media of saying New York, Brooklyn, all these teams, because it seems like those kind of whoever brings back Los Angeles, whether it's Clippers, Lakers, or whoever brings back New York, whether it's Brooklyn and the Knicks,
whoever brings Chicago back to wherever they're going to
be the glorified. I think it's more the media that's doing that than it is these players that want to.
Yeah, they're just pushing people everywhere and trying to make it seem like the Lakers can't attract anything. Like, we'll see. Our free agency specials, our draft specials on this podcast are going to be through the damn roof.
So what? Like what? What's July 1st? What does that land on, bro? Do you know what July 1st lands on?
Hey, you know it's actually June 30th now.
No.
They moved it up. They moved free agency up. So
that's on a Sunday, so we can't. Oh no, that's on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm with it. Whatever.
You with it? You with it for the midnight podcast?
Oh yeah,
bitch.
I'm with it for whatever day because now free agency starts 9:00 our time, June 30th.
Ooh, June 30th. So it doesn't start June. It doesn't start the 29th.
Nah, June 30th, which is that's a Sunday. But
Sunday.
They can start signing on 9:00 our time on the 29th.
Okay.
Because now free agency is official. You could wake up on the 30th and Kawhi could be a Raptor for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So not July 1st. So we could do our special at 9:00 tonight or 9:00 at night on the 29th. We could, and that'll be the first you're hearing of people signing.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Sign, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's perfect.
And then the contracts become official the next day. But like Paul George did on the 30th when he threw that party and shit.
Yeah,
that will be on the 29th now.
Okay.
So that's gonna be sick.
Good, Lee.
That's gonna be sick.
Good.
That's gonna be tight.
But yeah, man. So that was the show today.
That was episode 3, you guys.
Hopefully,
Dolo and Simon. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Shouts out to my big brother T. Kunsta for chiming in on his Clippers. If they sign a free agent, he's gonna be not nice to deal with.
I don't think they do though. I just don't.
I mean, the media is putting everybody to them.
At the end of the day, it's still the Clippers.
It's still the Clippers.
It's the Clippers.
Little brother, JV.
It's tough. I mean,
but we'll see.
It's in Los Angeles. If you got a superstar that doesn't care like Kawhi Leonard, it's like fuck it.
Yeah.
LA is LA. Toronto's Toronto. New York's New York.
If he goes to the Clippers and they're playing this time next year, then we start having some more conversations
about the Clippers.
Then we start having some more conversations about Kawhi's overall impact on the NBA.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
If the Clippers are playing this time next year and he's their lead guy, yeah, we're going to have to start having some dialogue. Because that's pretty crazy.
I can fuck with it, especially if they beat us.
Yeah.
In the playoff.
If it's the conference finals and shit. You got a prediction for tomorrow? Is it over tomorrow or is the series extended?
I think it's over tomorrow whether KD plays or not. I think it's over tomorrow because I don't think you could come in being KD, missing that much time, then go up against Kawhi Leonard, go up against Pascal Siakam, go up against Serge.
Serge Ibaka was good the other day too.
And that's the thing is why is he not as consistent as he used to be?
Man, that's crazy.
What happened? And I don't like
money.
I don't like how both these coaches are doing, like, where if for whatever reason the one big is struggling just for a little bit for the rest of the game, they might not see any minutes, or they only
DeMarcus got pulled.
Or they only see like 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Like Serge has only been seeing like 18, 19 minutes. Like
DeMarcus Cousins' ass got yanked the other day. But yeah, man, episode 3, I loved it. A lot of basketball talk. It was all over the place, but man, so just to recap, Kawhi is not on Kobe's level just yet. Relax, people. I am not the biggest fan of the Anthony Davis trade.
To the Lakers.
To the Lakers. I texted this man the other day and said, I wish Anthony Davis were never born. Just because he's going to destroy my core that I've been growing with and building with. We went through some of our old players, man, some of our, our old heroes and shit. Talked about what they could be.
Who can make it in the NBA?
Who could make it in today's NBA? Who would be more efficient? Who would be better? He made great points about T-Mac. I talked about guys like Lamar Odom, Chris Webber. So hopefully you guys stuck with us for this whole time and you could hear some good stuff, man. Episode 4 will probably be coming after the culmination of the finals. We'll be talking about the eventual champs, possibly the Toronto Raptors.
Or maybe we might be talking about game 6
or 7.
Game 7.
So
So
we'll be back soon, man. Thank you for everybody. I know our channel's been growing. Our podcast has been growing. I appreciate everybody from Basketball Twitter, all my people in Riverside, everywhere that know us, that grew up with us, that seen us grow up. Man, we're trying to do this, trying to make this thing big, man. I appreciate all the love so far.
catch us live on Twitch. Catch us live on YouTube.
Bang, Spotify, bang.
If you don't catch it, there you go. If you don't catch us live, catch us on Spotify. Catch
Instagram,
catch us on anywhere you see podcasts.
Anywhere.
And that's it, man.
That's it. One-on-one with Dolo and Simon.
One-on-one with Solo.
Shouts out to my big bro, T. Kunsta, gang.
We out this bitch.